Για την πιο ταπεινωτική στιγμή του Ισραήλ στη διαμάχη του με τον αραβικό κόσμο κάνει λόγο ο πρώην σύμβουλος του Αμερικανικού Πενταγώνου, Μάικλ Μακόφσκι. Μιλώντας στην Ειδικότητα κριτικού, ο Αμερικανός αναλυτής αναφέρεται και στο ρόλο του Ερντογάν, λέγοντας πως η Ουάσιγκτον πρέπει να γίνει πολύ σκληρή με τους Τούρκους.
Many analysts say this is the 9/11, the Pearl Harbor for Israel. Help us understand how one of the most intelligent agencies, if not the most in the world, an IDF failed to such an extent.
Again, it was Israel's biggest humiliation since 50 years ago with the Yom Kippur War, when they were also surprised by attacks by Syria and Egypt. But even in the Yom Kippur War, Israeli towns were not attacked. Israeli civilians were not attacked like you had today. It is inexplicable breakdown of security and intelligence.
As the Israeli ground campaign in Gaza gets underway, it is highly unlikely that the conflict will stay there. We already see strikes from Syria and Lebanon. Is there a danger that the conflict could spread in the region, potentially drawing the U.S. closer to conflict?
Definitely. Definitely there's that risk. That said, as you point out, it's very possible there could be a conflict in the north. Frankly, whatever they have faced from Gaza, they face a lot more from the north, from Lebanon, where Hezbollah, which is pretty much a wholly owned subsidiary of Iran, where they have about 150,000 rockets, also more sophisticated rockets and missiles than Hamas has.
Is ground offensive delayed because of the delicate situation with the hostages? I mean, are you worried by the complexity of the situation? We are talking about a highly dense population in Gaza. Hamas is in their terrain. And we all remember what happened with Ariel Sharon's withdrawal from the Gaza Strip because of the complexity.
It's a very complex situation. How does Israel reconcile trying to free these hostages, which they probably don't even know where most of them are? A lot of them could be being put in tunnels. Israel is going to prosecute its war against Hamas, frankly, as if there are no hostages. What I mean is, they're not, if they know where hostages are, then they'll be careful about bombing there or doing any attacks.
It's inconceivable that Hamas undertook an attack of this magnitude and complexity without some foreknowledge and affirmative support. Was Tehran directly involved in planning the assault?
First of all, you have Hamas leaders saying that that Iran was very involved in this. So you have them themselves saying this. There's been media reports such as the Wall Street Journal here in the United States, even the Washington Post, that have talked about that Iran, how they've been helping Hamas train and prepare for this. I would think we'll learn more, but all the signs point to that Iran was behind this, because it's hard to imagine that Hamas had the sophistication to do this attack without a lot of Iranian help. That's what it seems.
President Erdogan criticized the United States for moving a carrier strike group closer to Israel, saying that it would commit serious massacres in Gaza, while at the same time he proposes the formation of an independent Palestinian state. What implications is this going to have for the American, Turkish and Israeli relations?
I thought President Erdogan's comments were outrageous. For him to say such a thing about the United States and our military. Anything that has happened over the years with the Muslim Brotherhood, with Hamas, it seems to affect him like his own family, like they're his own brothers. He speaks much differently about them than, let's say, the Palestinian Authority. We should be telling Turkey, you got to kick out the Hamas leaders. So we have to, I think, be very tough with the Turks and say this affects us.